Sea monsters are definitely things of legend, and there are all kinds of creatures that live in the oceans and the seas. There are stories about giant whales, sharks, sea serpents like Old Nessie, and whales attacking boats like Moby Dick. And although some stories are pure fiction, which can be quite fun, there are some stories of sea monsters and other creatures attacking boats which just might be true. Join us as we take a look at 5 sea monsters caught attacking a boat. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. Giant squids attack. The squid is an interesting creature that's highly intelligent. In fact, they are so intelligent that some scientists think they might actually be true aliens to the planet brought here from another place in the galaxy. That might be far-fetched, but if you've ever seen how a squid captures its prey, you might just change your mind about that. The giant squid is the largest known species of squid, and it's actually the largest invertebrate on the planet. Giant squid have been discovered in the northern part of the Atlantic Ocean, the northern part of the Pacific Ocean, the Bering Sea, Hawaii, California, the Gulf of Mexico, and also in the southern oceans. The largest squid ever found was a female that was almost 60 feet long and weighed 1 ton. Giant squid are almost like octopodes and have 8 arms. And yes, it's actually octopodes. It looks like octopodes. Check it out. However, they also have 2 tentacles that they use to grab their prey. These giant squid also have strong jaws that look just like a parrot's beak. They've been known to eat other squid, shrimp, and fish. And some scientists believe they can even attack and eat small whales. There are some pretty crazy stories out there about giant squids attacking and killing fishermen. One well-known publication says that a pack of giant squids capsized a fishing boat, killing 7 fishermen. That story might be believable, however, squids don't travel in packs. However, the story starts out by saying that these creatures attacked a boat as if it was returning to the shore from a fishing expedition. Witnesses to the story say that they saw 4 or 5 bodies washed up on the beach, and that those bodies were totally black and blue all over. The witnesses also say that they looked like the men had been attacked by giant suction cups. A giant squid's 2 tentacles have 4 rows of these suction cups. They use these to grab onto their prey. The interesting thing about these giant squid is that they've been found washed ashore or even caught in the nets of fishing trawlers, but no one has ever seen one alive. In 2003, some French sailors were taking part in something called the Jules Verne Trophy when they came across one of these giant squids. The giant squid actually grabbed a hold of their boat and wouldn't let go. According to one of the sailors on the boat, he saw tentacles through a porthole and said that it was thicker than his legs and it was really pulling hard on the boat. The giant squid ended up letting go of the boat when the sailor stopped. The claim is that this giant squid must have been 22 to 26 feet long. Number 4. Bull shark throws man out of his boat. Anyone that knows anything about sharks knows that they are one of the most dangerous animals in the world. And when it comes to sharks, bull sharks are considered to be the most dangerous. Yes, they can be considered even more dangerous than a great white shark. In fact, there have been 69 recorded unprovoked attacks on humans. However, because it's hard to identify the shark, there could be even more. The thing about this shark, which is unlike other sharks, is that it's known to swim in freshwater. And in 1916, 4 people were killed in shark attacks over a 2-week period in a river called Matawan Creek. And these attacks were caused by bull sharks. One guy named Ben Chansey had a close encounter with a 7-foot bull shark after he caught it with his fishing rod. The scary thing is that he was fishing from a tiny kayak off of the Florida coast, and he probably had no idea that he was going to catch a giant shark. The whole incident was captured on video as Ben was trying to see what it was that he had caught. In the first part of the video, you can see that whatever it is that he's caught is very big and very strong, as it easily pulls him and his small kayak through the water. In the video, you can hear his friends yelling at him to reel in whatever it is that he caught, probably thinking it was a large fish. The shark continues to pull the boat around, and then, at one point, the shark comes up to the surface as he starts to reel it in. Then, suddenly, the shark starts to fight against the line and pulls Ben over into the water, capsizing his small kayak. Ben is now in the water with the bull shark. Realizing that he's in the water with the shark, he starts to frantically swim towards the bigger boat that his friends are on. Luckily, no one was injured, and the kayak was retrieved, in which Ben got back into it and went back out into the water. Surprisingly, the shark was still hooked to the line, and Ben got back out on his kayak and attempted to reel it in. Apparently, Ben didn't have enough adrenaline in his system and wanted to land this shark. It's not known if Ben actually brought in the shark or not. However, articles online say that he did eventually catch and land the shark. Number 3. Great white shark jumps into fisherman's boat. You know you're a really good fisherman when fish jump right into your boat without you having to do a single thing. And if you're not familiar with the great white shark, it is the world's largest predatory fish. Some of these sharks can grow from 15 to 20 feet long and weigh more than 5,000 pounds. Great white sharks have been around for a long time, swimming in the Earth's oceans for at least 16 million years, although some scientists think that they may have been around longer than that. Not only are these sharks nature's perfect killing machines, but they are also eating machines. In just 1 year, a great white shark can eat 11 tons of food on average. And if you're in the water with a great white, and even if you're not moving, they can still sense a creature's heartbeat at close range and attack. However, in this story, the Australian fisherman wasn't in the water with the great white. Instead, the 9-foot shark decided to leap onto his boat, which knocked him off of his feet. A man named Terry Selwood, out for a day of fishing, got a badly bruised and bleeding right arm from the shark colliding with him as it jumped into his 15-foot powerboat. In fact, the 73-year-old Australian fisherman thought he had a broken arm and had bad lacerations from the shark. Once he realized what was happening, he jumped up at the bow of the boat to avoid the thrashing shark and clung to the tubular metal frame of the sun shelter. Terry said he didn't give the shark a chance to look him in the eyes. He simply wanted to get out of the shark's way because it was thrashing around. Terry then used the handheld radio to call the Coast Guard and stayed on the bow of the boat until another rescue boat arrived. The Coast Guard skipper said he misunderstood the danger when Terry reported the incident. The Coast Guard ended up rescuing Selwood, but left the shark where it was. The big great white shark was estimated to weigh at least 440 pounds. The Coast Guard then towed Terry's boat, along with the shark, into the Evans Head Bay just before night. Selwood had to replace some destroyed equipment, which included buckets and some coolers, but at least he didn't get eaten by the great white shark. Number 2. Shark attacks fisherman's boat twice. If you thought we were kidding when we told you about the bull shark being one of the most dangerous sharks there is, and even more dangerous than a great white shark, then you'll change your mind after seeing this next video. Without changing the subject too much, we have to say that drones are actually pretty cool. There are so many different things you can do with them, and looking for fish around your fishing boat is one of the newer ideas for use of a drone that we've heard of. The story begins as another fisherman was taking some drone footage of a bull shark off the coast of Florida. The guy running the drone was actually fishing for blacktip sharks from the beach. While using the drone to look for blacktips, the drone instead picked up some cobia, which were swimming around a huge bull shark. He then called his friend, Carl, and told him that he spotted some cobia and that he needed to come out to catch them. Carl was in his 30-foot fishing boat as he reached the area where the cobia were spotted. However, when Carl reached the area where the cobia were, the bull shark went completely insane. Apparently, the bull shark didn't like the boat in its territory. In the video, you can see the bull shark attacking the boat, and it wasn't just the hull of the boat that it goes after, but it also attacks the 2 outboard motors on the back. The bull shark relentlessly attacked the boat at least 7 times. The guy who was filming with the drone said it was the most aggressive shark behavior he had ever seen. Once the boat was back on shore, inspection showed that the shark had actually broken and bit off one of the plastic covers of one of the motors. If you ask us, that was one incredibly angry and incredibly strong bull shark. Number 1. Orca attacks boat in Alaska. Many people might not know this, but for decades in the Bering Sea, fishermen have been contending with killer whales, or orca, who actually stalk their boats and try to steal their catch. This type of behavior by orca can amount to thousands of pounds of lost fish. And even though this has been going on for quite some time, the problem has only gotten worse. And these killer whales are smart. Some of them seem to attack specific boats, and they've been attacking what's called longliners, which is fishermen who use one long line with many hooks. This type of fishing represents an inviting buffet for the orca whales. The interesting thing is that these killer whales used to peacefully coexist with Alaska's fishing boats. However, now they swim around in gangs and are very intelligent and won't let fishermen catch a single fish. These creatures end up stalking fishing boats and then robbing them as soon as they have the their catch. And it's not just 1 or 2 whales that end up in a gang. These fishermen say that they have seen at least 40 of them in a pack around their boat. Holy crap. Fishermen would sometimes use electronic noisemakers to scare away the whales. Now, the fishermen say that this sound has become like a dinner bell to the hungry orcas. In fact, a pod of 50 orca once stuck with an Alaskan fisherman for many days and ended up stealing 12,000 pounds of halibut. Hope you enjoyed the video, Top 5ers. If you haven't already, check out our other channel, Americano, to enjoy even more amazing list videos. There will be a link in the description, so check it out, as well as our other